So I want to help you guys to get some exercises that are going to help you to be better golfers and also to reduce your potential of injury while golfing or doing other activities. Um, the first, the first most important exercise I can recommend for you is squats. Whether you're doing air squats, if you've not done any weighted squats before, it's going to be great. Whether you're doing deep squats or squats with dumbbells or kettlebells, these are all going to be beneficial if you're doing them with some sort of resistance or to a resistance that's beneficial for you, because obviously you don't want to strain yourself. Somebody else is doing 500-pound deadlift squats. You don't want to be doing 500-pound squats if you've never done it before. So find that weight that works for you. But this is incredibly beneficial because it's going to help you in your posture. It's going to help you with that explosion potential and creating more speed through the ball. Now, obviously, it's not the end-all, be-all exercise to creating speed, but it is one of those exercises that's going to be beneficial for you to create more speed, because that is how you do it with the push, using the ground to push off the ball. It might be small, but that push is incredibly powerful when you put it in the right timing, in the right context with your swing. All right. The next exercise I can recommend for you, simple deadlift. These are simple exercises because they work. The deadlift, whether you're doing a Russian deadlift or a traditional deadlift, these are going to work. These are going to help you with your stability and your posture. And again, they're still going to help you with that explosion, because having more back strength and more control and more power in your back is obviously what you need to hit the ball further, because you're doing it with a lot of the big muscles, and one of those is your back. I didn't know if you noticed it, but you do want to add that in if you're not already doing deadlifts. And sometimes, if you're doing just deadlifts for form, you want to, maybe drop the weight down and focus on doing some for explosion. Check out some videos online of that. I can recommend a few, but, there's a difference between like just deadlifting for strength and then deadlifting for speed and explosion. Now, the two can transfer a little bit, but you got to be mindful that you're not going to have necessarily the same explosion that you are with your max deadlift or your max squat as you are with the weight that you're working on to create that explosiveness. So be mindful of that. Don't just jump into that. Look at some videos online, get some personal trainer advice, and obviously like work your way up. Don't start with a high weight, work your way up to this. So, but first two exercises, squats, deadlifts. The next exercise I want to recommend to you are, and it's kind of a broad range, but they're rotational exercises. Whether you're doing like a kettlebell rotation, med ball rotation, the lower body rotation machine that they have at the gyms. These are all beneficial in that they're just going to help you to build stability in that spine, depending where it is, either the upper spine or the lower spine. You want to be creating stability all throughout. Now, I know there are some practitioners that might say that, sport specific stuff doesn't transfer. Well, that could be true, but then why would hockey players have a really good swing speed at golf, or same thing with baseball players? Now, obviously the form doesn't transfer, but obviously their speed does, their stability, the basic mechanics do. And that's what I'm just looking at, as the basic mechanics. Like rotational speed and stability is going to benefit you in a sport that uses rotation and speed to generate motion in the ball. So those are going to be beneficial for you, even if you're doing the crunches and things like that. So keep those in mind. We can come back to doing more exercise plans, but I just wanted to give you guys a couple of ideas that maybe add into your repertoire if you're not already doing those. So just to recap, you're doing squats, deadlifts, and some rotational exercises, adding a little resistance, whether using bands, dumbbells, kettlebells, med balls, free weights, complete free weights where you use barbells. All those are good options. Just make sure that they're going to work for your body and that you're not going to overextend yourself. So take those with you. Hope to see you out there.